What's going on, everyone? The Dip Consultant back at it, packing fat lips and sucking big tits. Today's video is going to be for those that are 21 and older because we are going to be talking about dip tobacco. Before we get started, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below so y'all don't miss a thing. Yee. I got a fat lip in, so might as well pack one with me, y'all, because I don't like dipping alone. So today we're going to talk about some good dips that I would probably recommend for beginners if you're going to start of the age of 21. If you've never dipped before, these might count for dip that you might want to try before you get to the big league like Grizzly or something like that, or Siberian Husky, especially Siberian Husky. Alright, number one should not have no introduction. It's one that I've tried. It's probably one that everyone's tried. It's kind of nasty, but at the end of it all, it's good, again, for just the feeling. You'll maybe get a little bit of nicotine, but not so much as like you would with Grizzly and some of the other ones that we may mention that will be somewhat okay for beginners. But the first one is Skoal. That's right, Skoal. Skoal is very actually good for beginners. It doesn't just give you the feeling, but it helps you again be able to build that pocket on the side of your gums that you need to have so that you're able to have your dip placement properly prepared, and you can get used to it. You can feel it out, see what you think, and it's not going to make you sick, so you probably more than likely won't puke it out. You'll be able to handle it for a little bit. It may be a little bit nasty depending on which one you get, and that's your choice. I just recommend wintergreen or something else, honestly. Number two, it's kind of like Skoal, but a little bit more nastier. I'm never going to do this one again. That would be Longhorn. Any Longhorn product. Longhorn has the known fact of being less filled with nicotine, but it does have nicotine, but it's not as much. You'll get used to it. Again, same thing. The different brands are gonna have different feelings. You're gonna have to feel it out. Whether this brand is Manila or this brand is just good or just kind of sucky. Just feel it out. Pick one. Figure it out on your own accord, because a lot of beginners will sometimes be pushed into starting with big boy dips, and you don't want to do that. You want to go low to high. Get your tolerance built. Longhorn was nasty in the beginning, but this other one, other people say they like it. It's okay. Kayak. Now, Kayak probably does give you a buzz, a zen, kind of a zener type buzz a little bit to it. Not a zen, but a zener. It's really good. It's kind of made from the Swisher Sweets company that creates the Swisher Sweets cigarillo tobacco, smoked tobacco. So they're pretty good. Another one that I probably would definitely maybe recommend that I've heard works fine is not just Kayak, but Timberwolf. Timberwolf sometimes can be very nasty, I've heard, but some people say they enjoy the heck out of it. So you got those options. If anything, do something like that. Another one I really kind of was hesitant to put on because I wasn't on this list because I wasn't sure if it should qualify or not qualify, but Outlaw Dip. Outlaw Dip, you can have two different different types, not brands, but different types. You can get one that has the no nicotine in it, and then the one that has nicotine, like the nicotine powder kind of sodium, like what Zen has. Um, Outlaw doesn't have tobacco in it, but any way you think about it, it's still dip. So it's dip in general, and it's different cut, but it really is not bad. It's one that, if you do it with the nicotine, be mindful that you want to make dang sure that you just are being careful with how much you have in your lip. Another good one that kind of goes up into the list of maybe somewhat good for beginners is um, definitely Stoker's. Stoker's, oh my gosh, Stoker's is sweet as heck. Very good. You get good flavor. A little bit sweet. Yes, you will feel the buzz. You will start gradually feeling it, knowing that it's there, and you'll love the flavor probably more than not because the flavor is just absolutely good. I tried Stoker's Wintergreen. I loved it. It was a little bit sweet, honestly, on the sweet side. I didn't have a real big issue with it. I stand with it because I think Stoker's is one of those staple dips that everybody really knows so well. So the kayak, that's another one that a lot of people know. It's really good if you really want to get into it. Um, I've never had a problem with it, but some people have said Stoker's is a little bit too much for them. So I kind of understand where some people might like it and some people might have a dissatisfaction against it because of what it tastes like for some people. Another one that I would definitely probably recommend is Cope, either Wintergreen or Cope Mint. Yeah, Cope, I can't say because you already know that Cope is pretty good, but to be honest, their product does give you a buzz. It's kind of, we're going up on the list of if you want to try certain dips that have a little bit more nicotine and will give you a little bit more buzz now. And so this one will definitely give you that buzz. It will make you know that it's working and doing its job. Once you kind of go up further down the list, we can go to other ones. I would put maybe Zen in there, but of course Zen doesn't have tobacco. It just got the nicotine sodium in it. But yes, definitely Zen would be a good one for if you're going to start or try with pouches so that you can learn without the whole spitting the tobacco out and the whole spitting part. Zen or Rogue would be a good one. Those two are pouches. Yes, they don't really qualify and count for like dip tobacco, but they have nicotine in it, so nevertheless, it's still dip in general, but with pouches. The other one that I would say is probably really good to start with is another one if you're going to want to get up a little bit more onto the list of higher nicotine contents and count, Kodiak. Kodiak has done so well in their time of being a company that, just like Grizzly, they're made from the same company as Grizzly. So is Cougar. I've loved Kodiak before. Kodiak was one of my favorites. I cannot say anything negative about Kodiak except it does buzz you like a mother trucker. After a while, you will feel it. But one pinch, you're probably going to be really good for a while. Another one is Cougar. If you're going to start with kind of like I said, the big boy league, you're going from bottom to up high, I would recommend Cougar. Cougar Wintergreen has, to me, one of the best favorite flavors that they have for wintergreen. And it packed perfect, pinched great for me. I loved it. It buzzed, it stayed in. It didn't really move around a lot, not too many stems in it, which was nice. That was kind of a nice plus bonus. Just a little bit of stems, maybe one or two, but not really much that I would complain about like Grizzly has. Now going to a bigger boy league would be my favorite, Grizzly. Now Grizzly, if you really are willing to go balls out into the big boy league, Grizzly will buzz you like a mofo. You will feel it. You might get a little bit nauseated, but you'll be okay. It's a feeling that you have to experience and understand that it's part of being a dipper. You're gonna get used to it. You're gonna feel it for a while, but it's not gonna be a permanent feeling. It's just temporary. So it's kind of just a temporary feeling, but one of the greatest dips that I would recommend. Um, if any of these dips that I have mentioned or have not mentioned, go ahead and pop in the comments which one you feel like you agree or disagree with me. I don't care if you disagree with some of them, because honestly, that's fine. That's your take. Let me know if you have one that I haven't figured out yet or put on the list. But Grizzly does belong on that list. If you are trying to dip and you want to start feeling that buzz, you want to feel that sensation of high amount of nicotine, high amount of just that nicotine buzz, that head high, that body feeling high, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna feel wow. It's gonna grab you by the boo boo. So, some of those are kind of ones that I recommend. Um, if anything, when you're dipping in general, the key rule of thumb for anybody is I recommend that people start, if you're just starting dipping, go from the bottom, then go up. Like I said, Grizzly probably would not be one that I would recommend you starting with. I've had people try to start with Grizzly and it turned out severely bad. It got them. You don't want to really hate what you're doing. You want to enjoy it more, and to enjoy it more, you must first learn the feeling of having something in your lip, the placement, the pockets, the gator lip. Um, Whether or not you do pouches or you do long cut or you do whatever, fat cut from Outlaw, you're still dipping. At that point, you're dipping, and it is something that does count towards that. So as long as you understand that this is something that you have to choose to do, and it's only recommended by me because, again, I've started with a dip that was pretty big in buzz strength, and the feeling was just kind of whoa. It grabbed me. So I kind of made that mistake by going to the big boy leagues first, but that's what kind of made me go to Grizzly later, and that's what made me start loving Grizzly more. That's because I love that feeling. That feeling is a great sensation that you can't get rid of. There are probably other dips out there like Redmond or other dips, Garrett, Levi Garrett's, that are out there. Definitely those are worth trying as well. So give them a try, but let me know how you guys feel about this list. And as always, don't forget to pack fat lips and suck big tits. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.